On today's episode of WatchJRGo, warehouse demolition. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and the astute among you will notice it's very dark on this side of the warehouse. Here we are in the smaller side of the warehouse. Just this section here is 50 by 75. And as you can see, the ceilings look much cleaner. Also, that wall, the one we need to take out, look at that. There's no more panel on that. So, hey, it just morphed. So the panel moved over, and as you can see, all of the electrical is now out of the ceiling and turned into a giant pile right there. So, over here we have, from getjllighting.com, another friend of mine. We've done a bunch of rallies together, traveled the country, and I was like, I need lighting, and you're the guy. And man, did he come through. Also, huge thank you to Mass Project. I'll leave a link to him below. He was like, man, I want to help out. What can I do? And he jumped in Luminaire and did a sliding survey for both buildings, and you know, showed me exactly where every light needs to be to have basically zero shadows. And we're going to have 100-foot candles of illumination per foot throughout the shop. I think that it's actually a lot higher than that now. I might have taken the lights that he wanted me to use and bumped them up a lot. So it's going to be really bright in here. Just this section right here is getting 9 of these lights from getjllighting.com. These are 240 watt LED UFO high bays. 0 to 10 volt dimmable, 120 volts. Check it out. That is the coolest fixture. It looks just like a UFO. It's all like cast aluminum, cast steel, something like that. It's super lightweight, nice pick point. The eye bolt locks in, came with built-in safety cables, has the little click down connectors for the low voltage side, and boom! These things are seriously bright. We need to plug one of these in and just point it at a wall, just to show you what's up. So I threw one fixture on the ground here. You can see there our very temporary network is running right here, and I tied that thing up. Here's our cord, and this should illuminate the entire warehouse, basically. Here we go. Boom! One light. You can see it on every single wall. It just completely changed that whole side of the building, which is insane. Those things are legitimately bright. I can't even stand over there. I'm sorry, I'm pointing the camera away from the light. It was really painful. Wow, the camera just changed the exposure to like pitch black just so it could compensate for that. That is nuts. Oh, those things are bright. So now imagine that. It looks like I'm staring directly into the sun. Times 9. That's what we're putting right here. 300,000 lumens, 34,000 and change each. It's gonna be insane. Also, these old T5 high bays get to be sold. We got those out of there. The flashing LED, Cody thinks that'll work if we put a ground on it. He's probably right. We haven't tested that theory. And of course, one of those worked fine. So that is what we pulled out of here so far. And even better, we're adding a switch right here. So the switch under the garage door opener, if we come in this door, you'll be able to turn on the lights over here. And I have the actual switch. I forgot. Let's go outside. The new switch for those lights is here. It's a toggle with a 0 to 10 volt dimmer. So it puts everything in a nice, clean package. So this was $20 on Amazon. And I don't even want to tell you guys what those lights cost, because it's so much cheaper than every other place on the planet. It's just unbelievable. If you need lights for your warehouse, getjllighting.com. It's really the move. It was unbelievable the price he gave me for those things. To do the whole warehouse is gonna cost less than like 10 fixtures from a local place. In the last video, looked at this cable that was in the back of my truck, and they were like, that's CCA cable, don't put it in. And I was like, what is CCA cable? Well, it turns out this really cheap Cat 6, which is like the normal price of, you know, Ethernet cable, $70 a box or whatever for 1,000 foot, is copper clad aluminum. So this is actually aluminum wire, and they put a copper coating on it. And 100% Jake is the one who actually said, run this in like the finest garbage CCA cable. I was like, what does that mean? I looked it up, and that's how I figured out what was going on. Luckily, I hadn't pulled a single foot of wire out of those boxes yet. Those are getting returned to Amazon, and I have new pure copper cable here. The science behind that is that everyone thinks that copper clad aluminum, the electrons travel over the surface, and it should work just fine, right? Well, apparently it doesn't work like that. There's a higher DC resistance in CCA Cat6, and it causes power over Ethernet devices to reboot consistently or drop. So since I'm putting all of the APs and door access and everything on PoE, especially some of it's getting PoE++, which is a massive current draw, this stuff had to go immediately. So that's the update on my Ethernet wiring. Luckily, all the Ethernet cable that's in here currently is working great, even on PoE, so it's the right stuff. It was built back in the day before this CCA stuff, so watch out for CCA, it's a scam. You have to spend about $120 a box to get pure bare copper. And as you see over here, the cranes are down. At least the cranes on this side. You can see where we cut them off right there. This is why we needed scissor lifts and forklifts. A lot of the reason, obviously, the scissor lift is needed for basically everything. And the rest of this section will be down tomorrow. This crane over here, it's staying. There's two more, sorry about the focus, my hand. There's two more on that side of the warehouse. Those are staying, and I can put a trolley or a chain hoist or whatever I want over there. Obviously, I'm not gonna go get a real gantry crane for this. Just the gantry itself would probably cost $20,000 to $50,000, depending on how big the thing was. So that's why we cut those cranes down. That's probably, I don't know, $15,000 in I-beams and steel that we've pulled out of the ceiling so far. It could have even been more than that. In scrap, it's nothing. It's literally like a couple $100s in scrap. But if you had to go buy these I-beams, unlimited money. I mean, it's unbelievable what steel costs. I'd say, what, scrap's like $80 for 2 tons. When I go scrap a car, they pay me about $80. You figure a car on average is 2 tons, so $40 a ton, and we've got, so yeah, about $500 that we pulled out of the ceiling. And if I had to go buy this to build the second story that's going right here, that would cost me, you know, more than a new Toyota Camry. And now you can watch the beams come down. Cue the time lapse. Wasting no time. Jared's already up there on cut 1. Hey, those are some sweet sunglasses. Huh? Sweet sunglasses.
I'm not looking at them.
No, I meant Jared's.
Oh, he's got them on.
Yeah. Look at that. There's a huge cut right there. Completely free. And that beam is completely free all the way down here. This scissor lift is holding it up on a little jack stand. So, in a couple seconds, this beam can lower.
Well, you got a rim on this side. Huh? There's no rim on this side. I know.
And just like that, the first beam is on the ground. This is gonna take a little while, just getting these beams down, because there's 3 of these monsters, and that is just one of the sections that we needed. It's already cut to length, it's ready to go back into the Motul lounge, and this part, we still have to drop. This stuff's gonna be like excess 6x I-beam there, and then these are 10.5 by 5 3/4. Those are the main supports for the front of that thing. It's exactly 20 foot wide. Those are exactly 20 foot. So they don't even have to be changed at all. It's perfect. The red iron here does need sectioned, and it'll have to get lowered a little bit. But grinding away. That's a ton of work just for one day. Luckily there were 5 of us here to get that thing down because it weighed a lot. Look, 3 people pick up an end pretty easy. Hey, ceiling looks different. It's real different already. It's gonna look like a brand new building with all the new insulation and lights and everything like that. And we still have an entire crane. Check it out. Time to build the network for the warehouse, and we have here the Unify Dream Machine Pro, and all around Zach here we have the Unify 8-port PoE switch and some AC Pros and a Nano HD. So the Nano HD is going to go here, AC Pros over there, and right now we're getting the 16 terabyte hard drive in here for the cameras and access and all that fun stuff. So let's see, it's got some instructions, and the instructions just say, put the drive in, nothing else. It doesn't even say, oh, nice! This has a quick release, check that out. So you set that side in, and it catches, and then, there it goes. Nice! The toolless hot swap hard drive bay. Can't be upset about that. And then just drop this thing down in, and 16 terabytes. That should run 4K cameras for days and days, and down the road, plan on adding a few drives, rack mounting this thing and all that good stuff. So we're ready to fire up the Dream Machine now, and we'll get the temporary network up and running immediately. Pretty excited about this. I didn't really spend any money on it because everything around Zach was used, and I paid like 300 bucks for all those AP switches and all that fun stuff. Dream Machine costs a little bit, but you know, you gotta have a good gateway and all that fun stuff. So pretty excited. Dream Machine is starting up. Shouldn't take too long here. Pretty excited for this. I've never had a hard drive in one before. So usually I just use these things as like a standalone gateway, cloud key, and all that good stuff. But this one's gonna run security for a little bit too. Next up, a rack. People just throw those things away as scrap metal, so I wanna find a cool one, probably like a mesh front, some stuff like that. I don't know. We'll find a cool rack for over here, a cool rack for the other building. And yeah, the first AP, the Nano HD, is adopted, and I think I can run the PoE switch to the other building and get those APs online too. So at least one, so we've got some internet over there. But hey, the new network is much better. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. The just mind-blowing warehouse progress. This is basically a whole week crammed into a video. We've been working every night nonstop, every day nonstop. A whole bunch of people, a ton of great friends are here. My brother, Joey, Robbie, Cody, Pat. I mean, one night when we were cutting the cranes down, like 20 people showed up when I put a post on Facebook. Huge thank you to every single one of you guys. It means a lot, and I definitely could not do this stuff without you. And thanks for all the equipment everyone's loaned me. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com where you get cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. In the next video, you get to see these lights on, and oh boy, it's gonna be so bright in here. And in the next video, we change the outside lights to LEDs, rotating wall packs. That's gonna be mind-blowing. We're trying to save money on that electric bill. Honestly, I think the lights will pay for themselves in 1 year.